Got us some dolphins coming in this morning. Hi, buddy. Hi. What you doing? All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of today's episode. Got us a little breezy morning this morning. Boats are rocking a little bit, which we did get broke into the marina life in a hurry. Our first night wasn't too bad, had too hard of a bed, but then second night we had us a decent storm come rolling in that got everyone's attention. And of course then you run into the first night or second night on the boat type of things of it's raining, it's windy, it's rocking, I'm checking the bilges, all the things, the fears that can go through your head. I'm checking all those things out. Now, of course, the boat's been floating since 1981, but I'm thinking it's gonna sink on our first stormy, rocky night. So we had that going for us. And then we've just had some breezy evenings again. Last couple nights, but we're getting used to them. Last night wasn't too bad because again, each night you hear different creaks and different sounds, and but we're getting broke in, so looking forward to it. I am actually just going to roll over to Starbucks and get a little bit of work done, and then got some tasks to get done. Took a little bit of a break from the prepping on the top side for the paint because it's been raining just about every afternoon, so almost done sanding, which you could do that when it's dry and then not worry about it, but I can't do any painting here for a little bit, so I'm taking a little break from that. Going to work on some inside projects, going to work on getting some window tint on. We do have some blinds on certain spots, which I'm not sure I'll keep any of those, but getting some tint on because the upper or the forward inside helm area, kind of our living room area, does get pretty warm even with the AC going. So gonna get some window tint for there. Also going to get some poster board, and I'll show you this when we get into it, and get some of our reflective stuff on for our front windows to put across there. And gonna get that. Gonna look at a couple of door latches so that they actually lock. A couple other things on there. So I'll be hitting Lowe's or Home Depot this morning and going through a couple of things to get that. Can't think, there was a little bit of shelves then. We got us a little pantry type of thing under the bar, and that comes through too so that it slides some sliding doors to get into there from the sink side too. So I'm gonna get, there had been a shelf there. Gonna get some shelves put back in there so that we can finish getting everything put away. Dinghy full of water, wah wah. Get everything put away and just kind of continuing through, you know, taking care of the little things and living the dream. Got my mechanic has been sick, so he can't be working on the OOP. Got to contact him on Monday, see how he's doing, because then I need to get the throttle cables on the yacht fixed or replaced because they're sticky, and I don't want to take my maiden voyage with sticky throttle cables. So hopefully we can get those done next week too, because man, I just really want to venture out on this and get going. I keep seeing other YouTubers, their videos wherever they're at, and they're out. A lot of them are sailors, but they're out on the water, and I just want to get out, even if it's just out here into the Gulf. Over to Egmont, maybe just out to one of the close reefs and drop a line, something. So, yeah, a little shopping here at Lowe's. Got a strategy here because I'm gonna have them cut my lumber for the shelves. So we're gonna hunt that down first, gives them time to get it cut to the lengths that I need. And while they're doing that, we will shop for our other stuff, the latches to the doors. And I don't know, what else you got on your list?
On my list, I have poster board.
Poster board, that was on my list that I talked about earlier.
And
it's on her list because I put it on her list.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote it down, but he mentioned it.
Yeah.
Also, while we're here, I'm going to look for a calendar, a whiteboard calendar to put on our refrigerator. Because that's what we had in our condo, but that stayed there because it was there in the furnished condo. So we need to get one of our own. Write stuff down. The kids don't know what day it is anymore, so.
That's basically how I know what's going on that day as well.
Yes.
I've got my saws at home, but man, this makes it so much easier. We don't have to have anything big to haul it. This will fit in the car. So, not to interrupt you, but just thinking about shaving those end pieces off.
Yeah,
Would it be easier to do it now to get to your line?
I can. Yeah, they fine.
Yeah, it's up to you. I was thinking that because otherwise they'll be too small to like see. So if you're doing, I don't know, what do you think you can do?
You said an inch.
You
Wanna
can
do an inch?
yeah, just do inch ones until you get to about your line. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. You mean just that? Yeah.
yeah, however many you can get to that last cut would be awesome. That it?
Yeah.
Got all our goodies and making it home just in time to beat out that ugly. And perfect time for some indoor projects. Still kind of nice out. Wind's nice, gives her a breeze. It has been hot in the Florida area. Neighbors got the top open, breeze through. Got the kids working.
Hi guys!
So today, of course, we were at Lowe's. We got some stuff. Show us what you got there.
So we got a patio door lock, self-chrome white.
Set chrome with
Oh,
key.
set chrome.
So the others, the locks did not work on them, and so we weren't able to, one, latch the back door from the outside because the key didn't work, and it likes to slide open. So since I did the heavy lifting of going to find them and buy them, which was not rocket science, I gotta hang out with Mom. Each of the kids is going to do the install on. Trinity's going to do this door, and Isaiah's going to do the back door. So, what do you got to do?
And I'm going to see this because I've never installed.
You think maybe you should figure out what you're going to do before you do anything?
True. Okay, so...
Like open up the package, take a look at your parts.
Hi guys! It's Building with Trinity 101.
And we don't want it to take 7 hours either.
And babe, since we're homeowners now, we actually spent our date day at Lowe's.
Yeah,
We had a
nice little
date day.
Saturday with Will Ferrell at Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know.
I don't know how much time we'll have.
We can turn into Frank the Tank tonight.
You guys mentioned so many movies.
Yeah, we
We like movies, Isaiah. Leave us alone.
Just like you, Isaiah. You like movies.
And you like Fortnite, so...
You like
mentioned-
Fortnite movies?
No, they made
You
one.
don't? They like you. You just hurt their feelings.
Good.
Trinity's gonna be a screwdriver murderer the way you're stabbing at that stuff. As you can see in the background, did get some. No, you focus on what you're doing there.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Did get some window tint as well, and that one says it blocks out up to, always the up to, 79%
Why
of
is
the
it-
sun's heat.
Greasy.
I don't know. Now your shirt's gonna be greasy. Don't sweat it.
Okay, what?
Hey, look at it.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty. How do you get it to spin right? There you go. Okay. Now as it's starting to get tight, is it tight?
Yeah.
Make sure, pay attention to this. It's important not just with these, but with all things. Make sure you have it in here and you push forward and then turn. Too many people let these spin out of here and it strips this out. You put good pressure into it and turn, and don't let it spin out of here. It's called stripping it out, and it makes that screw so you cannot use a screwdriver to get it back out. All right, so Isaiah got his door pretty much. This did not go as smooth as what it should have on either. So what we have to do is right now we have to play with this, because you can see how loose it is. It needs a spacer, which did not come with it, behind there. So I will have to come up with some washers or something, because when we tighten it down, the key won't turn all the way. So I have to get a spacer there, but that one works with the shorty. And like I said, once we get it latched, no more, give it a pull, Trin, no more slack in the door.
Wow.
So that one we got going. Like I said, it just takes a little play, and we'll need to adjust it. Then we'll go take a look at Trinity's door and show you what we found on there, why it did not go as smooth as it was supposed to.
Hi, welcome to my crib. Let me show you my door.
So Trinity's door, again, I might have to do something different. Hers would not reach the latch with the short one that came with it. So I put the old long ones on there, but then look at how beat up this was. So I had to bend it a little bit. I'm gonna have to come down and file this down and clean that up. I may take these old ones back off, put this on, and put a set of washers behind here to get this to stick out further so it works with the short one. But for now, we have two doors that work, that latch, and the keys work on both of them. And so we're happy.
Yay!
So it turns out that just getting the two handles done and us shopping was enough, right?
Yeah.
Also found that there was some water leaking under the kitchen sink. So that's one more thing we'll get to.
Not a
Gotta
lot,
take
but
care.
enough
Not a
for
lot.
it to get attention.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem if we don't take care of it. We're noticing things on the boat that people did just enough to like get it done, but just not lasting. Who knows, maybe the boat rocking as much as it is, but you can tell it was just done a little bit. So now it's walk down and get a beer time. So we'll walk into the local market. I call it local, everyone else calls it locale.
And
It's
really,
L-O-A-C-L-E.
and really, if you're doing the E on the end, it should be locale.
Locale.
But no one has called it locale yet.
2 blocks from Fresco's, so
Yes.
4-block walk, I suppose, for us.
Ooh, they got spices. I didn't notice that. Or I really liked this one a lot. It makes me want to get it again, but there's all these other ones. I don't know. I like the IPAs a lot.
I think I may be going with this double lager. I had that a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
It was really good. I had this big German beer last night. It was really good as well. So I think I'm making my choice of the double lager.
What do I want to do? Do I want to
Now
go
the
with...
pressure's on.
I know, it's like I had this one last night for the very first time, and it was my favorite. But I didn't know there were also these other kinds of the IPAs.
Look at that. How many people did I get with that?
So,
Yeah, when you got this much beer selection.
Mosaic and Motueka hops, Citra, Simcoe. I don't know what those are. I just know I like them. So I think I'm going to play it safe and get what I really liked last night.
And see the trick too, which I showed her.
Yes.
Is you dig to the back and they're way
Yeah.
colder.
And
We do have our cooler with
Yeah.
some ice packs in there too for our walk home. So We ain't no fools.
No. Yeah.
Stace likes to go around that way.
I do.
I come up the manhole.
Oh my gosh, the sky is beautiful. Wow.
Of course, the video never does it any justice. Looks like, I think that's the Rowdies Stadium over there. You can see the bright lights at 4.
Yeah, I know there was a game tonight.
Was there?
I saw something on social media saying, come support. Come see how loud it can be there.
So we're up here. Well, we were enjoying a beer, but good
Thankfully, I
grief,
did
she gonna
not.
foam that thing everywhere?
I know. I haven't even opened the dang thing yet. I'm glad it was not a glass bottle.
This might play right into my story about my DUI. Because
You're welcome.
until a week ago, I had not had a beer or any kind of alcohol in 10 years. But there was something about, because I got a DUI 10 years ago. And I was also in one of those situations where I was still in practice at the time, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm gonna get off on this one. Well, I had to serve time in jail. I got sentenced to, because I'd had a DUI 10 years previous to that, so 2 DUIs in 10 years. They had changed the rules, and so I got slapped with 30 days in jail. But because I was still in practice, they let me just serve 4 weekends in jail. And of course I had the no drinking for a year, whatever it was. But I just didn't see any reason at the time to drink it all after that. But then I remember telling Stace when we came up here, we hadn't moved on yet, but we'd bought it. And I was like, there's just something about sitting up top here that I'm just thinking I might have to have a beer. Because how can you sit up here and sit with her and
thanks.
see all of this around and not enjoy a beer and coffee in the morning? So here I am having a beer, and it tastes pretty dang good, and I think it tastes 10 times as good because of the setting that it's in. So I am enjoying a beer again. So that's it. So if you want to buy us a beer too, there will be a link in the description. If you enjoy the videos, you can buy us a beer. If you drop a comment, let us know if you're in the St. Pete area. Don't let Stacy handle your beer though.
Oh. Of course I do it for the video. I haven't dropped a beer in years. Since I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska and went to O Street.
Right. Yeah, let us know if you're in the area. Maybe we can have a beer together. But definitely make sure you subscribe if you are not already. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell too so you get notifications. Always drop us a comment, give us a like, and we'll see you in the next video.